Hello everyone, welcome to Arpita's NCRT Kaksha. I am Arpita Sharma and we are going to start today. We are going to embark on a new journey to the chapter of nationalism. Nationalism. This word is the only essence or emotion behind the independence of India, behind the independence of any other nation in this entire world. This emotion is the result why we stood against the Britishers. This emotion is the result why even Nelson Mandela ji he started his fight for freedom. This is the emotion that led to the French Revolution, the Russian Revolution, the American Revolution. All these revolutions that which have occurred in the past few decades or past more than 2 to 3 decades or five decades, this is the emotion behind those revolutions. So what is nationalism? Let's start studying today. In today's lecture we are going to study what is a nation, we are going to study what is nationalism, how nationalism and democracy are related together, and also we will study another important aspect, and that is what is the meaning of nationalism and what are the strengths and weaknesses of nationalism. Even nationalism has its own strengths and weaknesses. What is it? We are going to study that too in today's lecture. Now before we start this lecture, let's have a look at some of the case studies or some of the images that you can see on the screen. Now we know that in the last 2 centuries, and or more than you can say 2 centuries, nationalism as an idea, as an emotion, as a principle, as an ideal has emerged, which has both united people and divided people. Right, correct? And it is a compelling political creed which has shaped the entire history of this world. Nationalism is the emotion that has shaped, that has changed the history of the world. Right? It has helped people to liberate and themselves, and it has also broken up different political and big empires. बड़े बड़े empires nationalism की वजह से टूटे हैं और काफी लोगों को मुक्ति मिली है nationalism की वजह से. So what is nationalism? Nationalism is the emotion that leads to the unification of small kingdoms into larger nation states. For example, India, because of the feeling of nationalism, we stood against the Britishers. Because of the feeling of nationalism, all of the princely states in India came together. All of the different states, territories came together and became one nation called India. जिसको आप इंडिया बोलते हो, वो कैसे बना है? नेशनलिज्म की फीलिंग से ही बना है. Examples how nationalism has broken up huge empires. Example can be British, France, Dutch, Austro-Hungarian, empire. Russian empire was broken up because of the feeling of nationalism only. Right? These are some of the examples of nationalism, or you can say through which you can understand nationalism. And still today, in many parts of the world, we are witnessing different separatist movements, and they talk about nationalism. There are different separatist movements which are going on in different parts of the country, and all they demand is to form their own nation, to form their own country. ऐसे कितने ही सेपरेटिस्ट मूवमेंट्स इंडिया में चल रहे हैं, कनाडा में चल रहे हैं, इराक में, टर्की में, श्रीलंका में चल रहे हैं, जहां लोग डिमांड कर रहे हैं कि हमें अपने कल्चरल आइडेंटिटी, लैंग्वेज के बेसिस पर अपना खुद का नेशन बनाना है. Based on this is your homework question for today. It came in the preliminary examination. ये prelims में आया था. Consider the following pairs. Communities sometimes mentioned in news and in the affairs of. I guess around 2016 to 17 this question was in news. Kurd, Bangladesh, Madheshi, Nepal, Rohingya, Myanmar. Which of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched? इसमें से कौन सा pair correctly matched है? These are the communities which are fighting for their own separate agendas and separate identities. Okay? तो कौन सी nation में fight कर रही है, ये आपको correct pair determine करना है. This is your homework question number 1. So when we talk about nationalism, the first thing that we should understand is nation. What is a nation? Nation, you can say, is a large body. It is a, write it down, it is a large body. Large body of what? Large body of people. Large body of people. And this large body is united together. United by what? United by history. United by language. United by a particular territory or common descent, common lineage from where they are coming. Okay, so that is nation in a simple term. If somebody wants to understand what is nation, simple term में कोई समझना चाहता है तो nation क्या है? एक large body है लोगों की जो एक साथ united है, या तो history के terms में, language के terms में, territory या lineage के terms में. And not, nation is not any casual collection of people that random people can get united together and they form nation. No, the main criteria is that they should have a common language, common history, common territory, common descent. Now you cannot say that different from other groups or communities, any tribal group or community, if they come together it becomes a nation. No, because in a nation we do not know the members personally. In a tribal community people know each other because the tribal communities are very small. People know each other, right, by their occupation or by their name. Even when you go to a marriage function, there also, that is also a community of people coming together, but here also people are familiar with each other. In a nation, people do not know anybody personally. You cannot know a person living in some other part of your state or district, right? You do not know his name, his profession, his occupation, his religion, language, etc. But we share the same land. हम सेम जमीन शेयर करते हैं. We share the same territory. We share the same historical background of that particular land or territory. We share the same common descent. And if we trace the links, we can bind them to us. That is the identity of a nation. Now when you go to some other country and there you find an Indian, you automatically connect with that person. You do not even know the name of that person or the profession of that person, but you feel very happy when you see another Indian in a foreign land. Why? Because both of you are connected with the same historical background and common descent and language and culture. Okay, so as a member of nation, we never may come face to face with most of our fellow nationals, but we know that we share the same value on which this nation was built. We show the same, we share the same historical background, right? A nation is an imagined community. That is why it is said it's an imagined community, a community where you do not know the name of the other person or the profession of the other person or who that person is personally, but you share the common historical background, you share the common values, common ideals on which that nation was formed in which you are living. That is why it's called an imagined community, which is held together by common belief, common aspiration. It is based on certain assumptions which people make about the collective whole with which they identify. We say that people of India are very welcoming, very warm. You do not know somebody else's intention, but because you call that person as Indian, you automatically presume that that person might be very warm hearted. ओके ऐसा क्यों होता है कि जो फिरंगी लोग होते हैं या जो अंग्रेज होते हैं वो इंडियंस को, चाहे उनका इंटेंशन क्या हो, उन्हें नहीं पता हो किसी भी इंडियन का, बट वो उसे ऑटोमेटिकली वार्म हार्टेड समझेंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि ऐसा धारणा है कि इंडियंस जो हैं, इंडियन नेशन के जो मेंबर्स हैं, सिटीजन्स हैं, वो दिल से बहुत खुले होते हैं, काफी अपने मेहमानों को भगवान के समान ट्रीट करते हैं. दैट इज द सेम कॉमन बिलीफ दैट वी इंडियंस शेयर. ओके, so what we understood, nation is constituted by belief. Nation कैसे बनता है? Belief से. It's not like mountains, rivers or buildings. We cannot feel or see it, but we can assume it. We can idolize it. Okay, so it's a collective identity. ये एक पहचान है, इसको आप देख नहीं सकते. Identity को, can you see an identity? No. It's just a collective identity which you cannot feel but you understand. You can very clearly understand it. It's a vision for the future of a group which aspires to have a very independent, free and strengthened superior political existence. So nation exists when its members believe that they belong together. If by chance, let's say, all the members in India, they do not feel connected together, all the members of different parts of India, they do not feel united together, then the nation would break. Right? So nation exists when the members believe that we belong to each other. Okay? So civilizational continuity and unity are the basis of Indian nation. भारतीय nation जो है, राष्ट्र जो है, उसके दो आधार क्या है? यूनिटी, एकता, और सेकंड सिविलाइजेशनल कॉन्टिन्यूटी. सिंस हड़प्पन civilization, our civilization has been continuing. So that continuity and our unity are the basis for the formation of Indian nation. Now let us understand the meaning of territory. What is a territory? Now we know as a human body, if you are a human being or if if there is a certain other species, for us personally our territory is our body, right? our territory is our body. Why do we say that? Because we identify with our body. Without body you cannot identify yourself. We say that we are souls, but even souls identify with themselves through their bodies only. आप अपने आप से कैसे relate कर पाते हो? Body के through ही ना. You can know that you have, skin, muscles, skeleton, all of this, because you can identify through your touch, through your eyes, through your ears, through your lips, through your nose, through your brain. So this human body is also a territory. ये human body हमारी territory हुई. Now same thing if we apply to a nation. Nations identify with a particular territory where they are living. For example, you are living in India. If you go outside India, why do you feel homesickness, or why do you miss your home, or why do you miss your country when you are outside India? Because you identify with your own nation. You cannot identify with France or with Italy or Turkey. Why? Because you have been living here for so long that you identify with this place. You think that this place is a part of who you are. This place is is the reason of your existence, right? So nations identify with a particular territory because they share a common past. They live together in a particular territory for a long period of their time. So that gives humans the sense of collective identity, and that is why it feels very close to our heart when we say that we are Indians. We cannot say we are Americans. That feels alien. Why? Because we have been living here for so long that we have a sense of collective identity over here. Just like for a being, his body is his territory, for a citizen, his nation is his territory. People who see themselves as a nation speak of homeland. So for a person, we claim that the territory and the land on which we are living, these are our own. ये हमारा, ये टेरिटरी मेरी है, ये जमीन मेरी है. हम क्यों बोलते हैं ऐसा? क्योंकि हम यहाँ पर काफी समय से रह रहे हैं, तो हम इससे आइडेंटिफाई करने लगते हैं. हमें लगता है ये हमारा ही है, हमसे कोई छीन नहीं सकता, क्योंकि हम सालों से यहाँ रह रहे हैं. ठीक है, पॉइंट समझ आ रहा है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू हैव अ हाउस, in your house you have a room, separate room, which you have given on rent for, let's say, 15 years to a person. Okay, now this person starts identifying with this room. He has been living in this room for 15 years. He is paying you the rent, but he is also living here, right? He has memories attached to this room. He has many emotions attached to this room, and that is why he develops a collective identity with this room. And that is why when you, after 15 years, when you ask this person to leave your room, right, to empty your room, it will become very tough for this person to do it. So he would end up buying this room. ऐसा होता है ना कभी कभी कि हम कुछ लोग बहुत सालों से किसी एरिया के, हमारे किसी घर के पार्ट में रेंट पे रह रहे हैं, और फिर जब हम बहुत सालों बाद उनसे खाली करने के लिए बोलते हैं, तो वो कभी कभी ऐसा केसेस आते हैं कि वो ऑफर करते हैं कि हम इस रूम को या इस एरिया को खरीद लें. क्यों? ऐसा क्यों होता है? क्योंकि कलेक्टिव आइडेंटिटी बन जाती है उस इंसान की उस स्पेस के साथ. You have a collective identity attached to your own house. If I remove you from your house, you will become very agitated. Why? Because you have emotions, memories, historical backgrounds, historical stories with that room, right? You exist with you basically, you can say that it's a part of your existence. Okay, there are many parts of your existence, but that house is also one of them. That is why it's very hard to leave a place. Now here we are talking about nation. How can we leave a nation very easily when we have a collective identity attached with it? That is why me and Mikey fight chalti hai. And another important point is, when you are living in a territory, when you are living in a nation, you are enjoying certain rights also. Right to vote, right to participate in political organization, this and that. So here we also share political ideas. You might have seen that the elders in your family, when they sit together, they discuss about different political parties, different political leaders. Why? Because as Indians, as nationals, we share political ideas. And these political ideas, we can say, these are the vision of future. These are collective aspirations. When the elders in your family discuss about the political parties or political members, they basically in their discussion they reflect their own vision regarding the future of the nation. आप देखोगे आपके बड़े बूढ़े जो घर में होते हैं, बैठ के पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज और लीडर्स के बारे में बात करते हैं, आप उनकी बात गौर से सुनोगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कि वो इनडायरेक्टली ये दर्शा रहे होते हैं कि उनको वो कैसा पॉलिटिकल लीडर चाहते हैं या कैसी पार्टी चाहते हैं. उनका इस देश को लेकर विजन क्या है, एस्पिरेशन क्या है. Because we are so much identifying ourselves with our territory, with our nation, we also wanted to progress politically, and that is why we share political ideas. Okay, point clear, समझ आ रहा है? And this feature distinguishes groups from nations. The tribal groups or any other group of people, it is different from nation. It is different from nation. We cannot call any group as nation. हम किसी भी group को nation नहीं बोल सकते. We say nation is a group of people, but that does not mean that every group can be a nation. So you can, deduce one point over here for your mains answer writing, that so that line is, all nations are a group, but all groups are not nations. सारे nations एक group ही हैं, group of people coming together with unity. But all groups are not nations. सारे groups nations नहीं होते हैं. You cannot say that a marriage group is a nation. No. A tribal group is a nation. A group of NGO is a nation. No. Why? Because what is the difference between a group and a nation? Shared political ideas. In a tribal group, you cannot sit and share political ideas. You do not do that. You focus on your livelihood, your sustenance. In a marriage group, you do not share political ideas. You focus on societal values. Right? So all nations are a group, but all groups are not nations. That you have to remember. ये आपको point याद रखना है. So a nation is strengthened when its people acknowledge and accept their obligations to their fellow members, when they share cultural identity, when they share political ideas and civilizational continuity. That is nation. And when I say that a nation is strengthened when people accept their obligation to fellow members, that means when you come together and share the common festivals, Diwali, Eid, New Year, Christmas, जब आप मिलकर पूरा देश ये फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेट करता है, irrespective of which religion this festival belongs to, that is the identity of a nation. When we share common language and common descent, which brings the individuals in a nation together. Now another important point in this chapter is right to national self-determination. This is very important topic because it has been in news also every year. हर साल ये न्यूज में होता है. Why? Because every year we find one or the other communities in different nations fighting for their own separate nation. हम देखते हैं हर साल या तो इंडिया में या चाइना में या फिर अमेरिका में, कनाडा में, हर कंट्री में कुछ ना कुछ ऐसी कम्युनिटीज होती हैं जो अपने खुद के डिमांड्स के लिए, राइट्स के लिए लड़ रही होती हैं कि हमें तो एक सेपरेट नेशन चाहिए. So what is right to national self-determination? It is the right of all people or all nations in international human rights law. It is international human rights law, where people say that we are entitled to rule ourselves through laws and governmental structure of our own independent state. We are entitled to cede or remove ourselves from the existing country and form a different separate country. That is the right to national self-determination. But that does not mean that one day one community comes up and protest that we want a separate nation and the government will allow it. No, there are certain criteria to exercise the right to self-determination. The criteria is that an individual has realized his right to self-determination when he either establishes a sovereign and independent state, or freely associates with another state, or have freely integrated with another state after expressing their will to do so. तो क्राइटेरिया क्या है? आप तभी एक सेपरेट नेशन की डिमांड कर सकते हो जब या तो आपने अपना सोवरेन और इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेट स्थापित कर लिया है, प्रूफ कर दिया है कि आप एक सेपरेट इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेट के तौर पे उभर के आ सकते हो, या आपने खुद को किसी और स्टेट या नेशन के साथ फ्रीली एसोसिएट कर दिया है, ऐलान कर दिया है कि हम इस स्टेट को अब बिलोंग करते हैं, या आपने फ्रीली बिना किसी प्रेशर के किसी और कंट्री के साथ खुद को इंटीग्रेट कर दिया है, मर्ज कर दिया है और अपना विल भी दिखाया कि freely we are doing it, we are not pressurized. In that case, yes, you can demand for right to self-determination. And the demands for right to self-determination leads to secession. It cannot be prohibited and criminalized. In Supreme Court in India, by Supreme Court, it has been, you can say put out in the public that India में अगर आप self determination की demand कर रहे हो, इसका मतलब गवर्नमेंट इसको क्रिमिनलाइज नहीं कर सकती. आपके पास पूरा हक है. गवर्नमेंट कैन नेगोशिएट विद यू, गवर्नमेंट कैन डिस्कस विद यू, गवर्नमेंट कैन रीच आउट टू अ सोल्यूशन, पीसफुल सोल्यूशन विद यू, बट कैन नॉट क्रिमिनलाइज दैट डिमांड. इंडिया में इस डिमांड को सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि आप इसको क्रिमिनलाइज नहीं कर कर सकते। अगर एक कम्युनिटी उठ के कहती है कि हमें तो अपना सेपरेट नेशन चाहिए, जो कि कभी कभी नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स में होता है, पंजाब में इवन हो रहा है, तो इस केस में आप इसको क्रिमिनलाइज मत करो इफ दीज डिमांड्स आर कमिंग अप, बिकॉज एवरीबडी इज फ्री टू एक्सप्रेस देयर ओपिनियन ना, बट येस you can sit with the community and talk peacefully and reach out to a solution. So whenever self-determination is involved, a confusion between political goals and basic human rights, humanitarian issues, it evolves. You can say that right to self-determination has both the good points or good sides और negative sides. इसके अच्छा side भी है, बुरा भी है. अच्छा side ये है कि see, the good side is that people are realizing their ethnicity, they are realizing their common historical culture, or they are realizing their rights to express their opinion. The negative side is that when this demand comes up, that means people are no longer feeling united with a particular nation. एक कम्युनिटी अगर ये डिमांड उठाती है, वन कम्युनिटी इज ब्रिंगिंग अप दिस डिमांड, दैट मीन्स इट इज नॉट फीलिंग यूनाइटेड विद दैट पर्टिकुलर नेशन इन विच द कम्युनिटी इज लिविंग. That is wrong in terms of governance on the part of government, that government could not make this community feel united. Government did not or could not make this community feel one with the other parts of the country. That reflects the bad governance also, the bad side of governance also. But here the policy makers have to come to a better understanding of how to respond to such demands. ऐसे डिमांड्स आजकल बढ़ते ही जा रहे हैं, तो गवर्नमेंट को यहाँ पर अपनी गवर्नेंस में चेंजेस लाने हैं. A genuinely democratic rights respecting government will not ask people to leave, but it will sit with the people. It will talk with the community who are raising these demands. It will try to pacify the community and try to make it feel united and one with the other part of the nations. Okay? And on this philosophy, Rabindranath Tagore ji had a very different opinion. Rabindranath Tagore ji, he was against the idea of patriotism. Now you must be wondering, man, patriotism is the reason why we got independence. Why he was against it? He was not totally against it. He just said that patriotism is missing one aspect. Patriotism means when you are very nationalistic towards your nation. But patriotism should also include humanity. He said patriotism cannot be a final spiritual shelter. My refugees, humanity, इंसानियत, मानवता, मानव धर्म. Because patriotism के चलते ब्रिटिशर्स ने क्या किया, इंडिया को बंदी बनाकर रखा. Because of patriotism, they forcefully, tried to, colonize not just India but South Africa also. So their patriotism was harmful for the other nations. But here, if leaving behind the definition of patriotism, if the Britishers had focused on humanity, they would not have colonized South Africa and India. If they were more oriented towards humanity, India and South Africa would have been free nations altogether. अगर उन्होंने अपने पेट्रियोटिज्म को साइड में रखकर इंसानियत के बारे में सोचा होता ब्रिटिशर्स ने, तो साउथ अफ्रीका और इंडिया कभी कोलोनाइज हुए ही नहीं होते. So he used to say nationalism is a great menace. It is the particular thing which for years has been at the bottom of India's troubles. नेशनलिज्म जो है, जब एक देश बहुत ज्यादा नेशनलिज्म की भावना लेकर आने लगता है, वो भी नेगेटिव हो जाती है. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, एक्सेस ऑफ एनीथिंग इज हार्मफुल. किसी भी चीज की अति बहुत ज्यादा खतरनाक होती है. आप ज्यादा खाना खा लो, आपका पेट दर्द होने लगेगा, ठीक है, उल्टी आ जाएगी. ऐसे ही ज्यादा नेशनलिज्म की भावना जो होती है, वो अपने ही देश तक हमें सीमित कर देती है. हम दूसरों के बारे में सोचते ही नहीं, हम सिर्फ नेशन के पर्सपेक्टिव से लोगों को देखते हैं, इंसानियत के पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं. दैट वाज द आइडिया ऑफ रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर जी. सो हियर लेट अस सॉल्व सम क्वेश्चंस. दीज आर योर होमवर्क क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है, ये 5 क्वेश्चन आपके होमवर्क क्वेश्चन है. दिस क्वेश्चन इज वेरी इजी. व्हाट इज नेशनलिज्म एंड एक्सप्लेन इट्स लिमिटेशन. 10 नंबर का क्वेश्चन है. If this was a 5 marker question, I would not ask you to make any diagram or any table or chart. But because it's a 10 marker question, here you are free to make mind maps or flow charts. Okay. How is a nation different from other forms of collective belonging? Other forms of collective belonging means other forms of groups. Tribal groups, marriage groups, groups of institutions, NGOs, etc. So how is a nation different from that? Just now we have studied. अभी just हमने पढ़ा, मैं आपको दिखा देती हूँ. यहाँ पढ़ा था हमने why nation is different from other kind of groups. This page we have studied it. Next question. This is a 10 marker question. What do you understand by the right to national self-determination? How has this idea resulted in formation of and challenges of nation states? Just now we have discussed. We have seen that nationalism can unite people as well as divide them, liberate them as well as generate bitterness and conflicts. Illustrate your answer with examples. Nationalism ने लोगों को साथ लाया है तो लोगों को अलग भी किया है. Just now Rabindranath Tagore's definition, we have through that we have studied about both the goods and bad side of nationalism. Fourth question, neither descent nor language nor religion or ethnicity can claim to be a common factor in nationalisms all over the world. Comment. We just studied this in few minutes back, that ऐसा नहीं है कि only descent makes you a nation, or only a common language makes you a nation, or only a religion makes you a nation. No, shared political ideas हमने पढ़ा था, aspirations, beliefs हमने पढ़ा था, वही nationalism के basic principles हैं, and civilizational continuity. So that you have to explain in this question. Now 10 mark means 2 pages. That does not mean that you have to mandatorily write your answer in 2 pages. It can be less than 2 pages only, also, but it should not be more than 2 pages. 2 pages की लिमिट दी हुई है, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि 2 पेज ही भरने हैं. 2 पेज से कम में भी आंसर आ रहा है वो भी चलेगा, बट इससे ज्यादा नहीं एक्सीड करना चाहिए. ओके, सो सबमिट योर होमवर्क टुडे. आज अपना होमवर्क सबमिट कीजिएगा, एंड डू लेट मी नो हाउ डिड यू एंजॉय, इफ यू डिड रियली एंजॉय दिस चैप्टर और नॉट.